Well, welcome everybody. Tonight we are holding a public comment meeting to take comment on the draft transmission programmatic environmental impact statement. We have an agenda up on the screen that includes EFSEC introduction and then opening up the line for public comment. My name is Amy Hofkemeyer. I'm the Director of Siting and Compliance for EFSEC. And we have several of our team here who will be taking comment and listening to what everybody has to say. I don't believe we have any pre-signed up speakers, so I thought to get us started on public comment, for those of you who have joined us in Microsoft Teams, if you could either put your name in the chat or raise your hand to indicate that you would like to give comment, we can start to create a speaker list that way. So is there anybody who would like to provide comment on the draft environmental impact statement? Please go ahead and raise your hand or put your name in chat. If you are joining us by phone instead of through Microsoft Teams, you can please go ahead and unmute yourself and speak up. I'm not seeing anybody raise their hand or put their name in chat. Again, if anybody has joined us by phone, you could go ahead and speak up. Okay, great. We have one speaker, Scott Nelson. Would you go ahead and provide your comment?
Scott Nelson, Assistant Division Manager, Washington State Department of Natural Resources Engineering. I just wanted to go on record. We will be providing a written SEPA comment before the end of the week.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else who'd like to go next? Again, if you're on the phone, you can go ahead and unmute and speak up. If you're with us on Microsoft Teams, you can, I think, probably just go ahead and unmute and speak up as well. A reminder that we do have an open public comment period through April 30th. You can provide comment either tonight, or we are having an additional comment meeting to take comment virtually on April 24th, Thursday evening. We also have an online comment database, which is comments, that's plural, comments.efsec.wa.gov, or you can email our staff with the email address comments@efsec.wa.gov. And you can use that email address either to submit comment or to sign up to speak on Thursday evening if you would like. So I'll ask, open it up again. Is there anybody on the line who would like to give comment this evening? Otherwise, I think we'll maybe wait a few minutes to see if anybody else joins the line. I know that it's just fresh after 5 o'clock, so people may need a few minutes to dial in. Is that, I see a little notice. Does somebody have their hand up? Oh, okay. I see somebody with their hand up. Erin Anderson, would you like to provide comment this evening?
Yes, good afternoon, Ms. Hofkemeyer. I wanted to iterate that the document is quite big, so I am working with people who are trying to work their way through the entire document, and I just didn't want anybody to construe today. The fact that people may not raise their hand doesn't mean that people don't care. They may not have their comments ready for prime time yet. But there are people that care and are working through it. That's all.
Thank you. Yeah, we do appreciate that comment. It is a lengthy document. And for those of you on the line, if you were unable to attend our informational meeting on April 8th, there is information on the structure of the document and some information that may help reviewers understand the document, that the recording of which is posted on our website as well as the presentation itself. So again, I can give people a little bit more time to dial in. If anybody else would like to give comment tonight, feel free to unmute yourself and speak up. I'm not seeing anybody joining us or indicating they'd like to speak. I don't want to wrap up too early here, though. So I do think that we can go ahead and leave the meeting open for a little bit longer to see if we have anybody else join who'd like to speak. But I do expect that we will probably conclude fairly early this evening. Okay, I see a name in the chat. Matt, would you like to go ahead and provide comment?
Yeah, I would just actually like to ask a couple questions. I'm just trying to get a grasp on everything that's going on. So who are we talking to? Are we talking to the state of Washington right now?
Yes, the Energy Facility Site Evaluation Council is a Washington state agency that was tasked by the legislature to prepare this document.
Okay. And then you guys are asking us just to bounce questions off or comments, correct?
This meeting is primarily to take comment. If you have additional questions, I would encourage you to reach out to our staff. You can go ahead and send a comment or questions to our comments email, and one of our staff will reach out to you to answer questions that you have.
Okay. Are you the governing body that's going to give the permitting and the AOK for this project to continue?
This is not a project-specific document. This is a program level, a non-project environmental impact statement. And EFSEC is one siting pathway for transmission lines, but we are not the only siting pathway for transmission lines.
Okay. Do you guys, then this is just a off the wall comment. Do you guys have objections to this, or can you not comment?
Well, again, because this is not a specific project, this is just a high level review of impacts of transmission throughout the state. And this was directed by the legislature for EFSEC to prepare. It's not intended to give insight on any particular project, but meant to be applicable to transmission projects that may come forward in the future.
Oh, okay. I'm grasping more. Okay. So just like the big general questions, like clearances from houses and stuff that you guys stand by, that 100 feet, all that stuff, you guys think that that's appropriate and everything?
This review would take under consideration that proposed transmission lines would adhere to whatever state and local requirements are for these projects. So whatever setbacks are identified in state and local regulations would be a condition of those projects to use this programmatic EIS.
Okay. Thanks. I think maybe the next meeting will be, we'll have probably a lot more comments because people will kind of get a better grasp of all of what's going on.
Do we have anybody else who's joined the line who'd like to give public comment on the draft programmatic environmental impact statement this evening? I am going to propose, well, not propose, we're going to go ahead and take a break. I'll check back in at 5:20 to see if anybody else has dialed in that'd like to comment. But just so that I'm not poking at everybody repeatedly, I will check again at 5:20 to see if anybody has joined the line that would like to provide comment. All right, it is actually 5:21. Do we have any additional speakers? Anybody who's joined the line either by phone who would like to unmute and give comment tonight, or anybody that has joined us on Microsoft Teams that would like to give comment? Please speak up and give comment if you would like to speak tonight. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody raise their hand or speak up in the chat. I suppose unless anybody would like to speak up now, we can go ahead and conclude this evening's public comment meeting. Again, as a reminder, the public comment period is open through April 30th. You can submit comments to our comment database at comments.efsec.wa.gov. You can also email comments to our agency comment email address, comments@efsec.wa.gov. You can also attend the comment meeting on Thursday, April 24th, also at 5 o'clock. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our staff at the comments email or visit our project website to view the documents or get any additional information there. Thank you, everybody, for your time this evening. We'll go ahead and bring the meeting to a close.